This video will quickly cover volume groups and volumes in the Silk VisionOS UI. A volume group is an entity that defines common properties for the volume it contains, such as an application or a department. To create a volume, first we'll go over to the Volumes and Hosts tab, select Add Volume Group, we'll provide a name. You can also provide a brief description and specify a quota for the volume group either in gigabytes or terabytes. You can also select unlimited quota to allow the volume group to grow as needed. Below, you'll see the provisioning type, which will impact the volumes within the volume group themselves. Then provisioning is always enabled, but you can choose whether or not to enable dedupe. Enabling dedupe for a volume group means all volumes within the volume group will be deduped and vice versa. Please note, volume groups can also be seen as a consistency group. As Silk snapshots and replication are performed at the volume group level, it will capture all the volumes in the target volume group. Volumes are effectively LUNs that are carved out and presented to hosts attached to the data pod. All volumes must reside in a volume group, but can be moved between volume groups if needed. Please note, if a volume group is moved from a non-deduped volume group to a deduped volume group, the data pod will not go back and dedupe the already existing data. To create a volume, we can first either click on the Add Volumes button on the top, or we can expand the volume group that we had just created and hit Add. You'll see we have the option to create multiple volumes, in which case you would provide the prefix, the number of volumes you wish to have, the start index if it needs to be modified, and you can specify the provision size for each of the volumes that it will be created. In this case, we'll just go with a single volume, provide the name, the provision size. You can specify either gigabytes or terabytes. Once you're all set, you can hit confirm. And from here, we can map the volume using the map button on the right side. Either here we can map to an existing or a new host. In this case, we'll select existing. And you're all set. With a given volume, you can always increase the provision capacity at any time on the data pod side. Once this is done, you would simply go back to the host, rescan, and you should see the additional capacity. When deleting volumes, you must first unmap the volume from any hosts it may be mapped to. You can select the unmap and delete, drag and drop. It'll confirm and delete the volume and undo the mapping. Please note, in order to delete the volume group itself, all volumes underlying the volume group must also be deleted first.